Cocky as fuck, everything about me popping. Got face, I got body, you name it, I got it. Cocky as fuck, bitch, you know I'm conceited. Yo, hoe wanna be me, your nigga want eat it. Cocky as fuck, everything about me popping. Got face, I got body, you name it, I got it. Cocky as fuck, nigga, fuck your opinion. I hustle, I get it, I get it, I get it. I am not seeking approval. I'm number one, I tell bitches what to do. He heard I'm Creole, he think I know voodoo. Bitch, I will twist your ass up like a noodle. Ho, you a copy of me.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do a small little story time on to be a lawyer, what inspired me to be a lawyer, who inspires me to be a lawyer, like so many different things. So I just decided to combine all of the questions and put them into one. So here we are today with this video. So welcome back to my channel and let's get started. I wanted to be a lawyer, I think, after the 6th grade. So I used to be really good at math, and at first I just knew I was going to be an accountant. Like, I love counting money. I love everything I got to do with money, as most people. But in middle school, like elementary school, like I scored like top 10 in my class. Like, I was really good at math. So I used to tell my mom all the time, like when she used to come home and have money in her purse, I'd be like, can I count that? Can I count that? Like, I really wanted to be an accountant. So I used to Google stuff about accounting and counting money and keeping people books. Like in elementary school, this is like something I really was interested in. So one day, in the 6th grade, I was punished. I was punished in the 6th grade, and I couldn't go, like I couldn't really do anything after school, of course. And my house was literally like, this was the school and my house was like right here. Like from my brother's window and from my backyard, you could see my school. Like it was that close. Like it took me 3 minutes to get to my side of the building every day. Like it didn't take no more than that. Like I was that close. So there was a after school program that was for the debate team, and I was so like, what? But my teacher, Mr. Washington, he was like he was my social studies teacher, and he was like drill sergeant, like screaming, yelling. Like we had chants, and for like we had an A team and a B team. So like the B team was like in the further part of the school and we were at the front, and like he snapped all the time about everything. But he was really cool. Like he was just really about school and getting us to engage with, because he had social studies, and social studies is boring to me. Well, it was to me. So I was over it. So he was really like an engaging teacher. Like he made social studies fun. So he gave me a permission slip when I came to his class and was like, you know, I think you'll be really interested in this. I didn't know why, because I participated in his class because I had to get the points. But other than that, I was really over it. Like I wasn't interested at all. But I was punished, so the permission slip said that it would be after school snacks, and he gave it to some of my friends. So I was like, oh yeah, Ma, can you sign this? Because I want to stay after school with my friends. It's an after school program. Mr. Washington gave it to me, and she knew who my teachers were, of course. So she was like, okay. So I'm at the school now, punished with my friends, but my mother let me out the house. So it was lit. So time passed, and I really got interested in it. Like, I really didn't know that debating was something that I was good at. Like, I didn't know that I was good at debating. Like, that was something I definitely didn't even like. No, like I didn't care for it at all. But I guess because maybe my teacher just saw something in me that I really didn't see in myself at the time, being in the 6th grade. Long story short, I don't know. Some people may not know like what a middle school debate team was, but basically we would go from middle schools on Saturday. They were on Saturdays. So we had to get up, come to the school, and then we would take a bus to whatever school we were debating at that day. I don't think we ever debated at our school. It was a while ago, but I don't think we ever did. But I went to Winston. Let's say you get a topic about, I don't know, drugs or schools and students. It would just be random topics about things as far as like Baltimore City is concerned, or anything really that pertains to like education most of the time. And there would be pros and there would be cons. So most of the time, me and my partner, her name was Dejanay, we won all the time. Like, it really wasn't but so many meets that we didn't win. And I started getting really, really confident in myself just with how I spoke and how I would address people that were older than me, or like working on my eye contact and my conversation. It became very, very well after that. And it was really fun. Like, it was engaging. I had a lot of fun. And really that's what sparked it for me. So from there, I started watching more debates. One of the Great Debate was out, so we actually went to the movies and we watched that, and it was like right before like the championship, and we like won the championship. It was like a whole thing. But all in all, that experience is really why I want to be a lawyer. It was really captivating to be in that type of setting because it was something I was so unfamiliar with. You know, you see stuff like that on the TV, and like I said, I was in the 6th grade. What are you, like 12 or something? Yeah, like I wasn't, I was young, so I didn't care for that. I was more so just wanting to be with my friends. When you're in middle school, you kind of getting to know who you are as a adolescent, little preteen, premature type of thing, and that's just kind of where I was for real. And it was fun. And as I got older, once I got to high school, I went to an all-girls high school, so I didn't really engage with law really, but I still knew that it was something I wanted to do. And then, over the years, the learning about like Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and just the civil rights in general, like talking to my grandmom and her being raised in those civil rights movements times, and just hearing stuff about history. When it comes to African American history, it touched me. And once I got to college, going to Lincoln, definitely having that energy or different history lessons that you learned from going to this school, and just so much history that I learned about through all of it. And it just sparked so many things that I wanted to do. And, I watch SVU. Like I said, I've done a lot of my own research. I've been to conventions for lawyers. When I graduated from University of Baltimore, I had to do an internship my senior year, and I interned with a Baltimore City attorney who was a state's attorney, and then he now owns his own private practice, and he is very well off. And what he does, and it just gave me more reason to why I want to do what I want to do. But truthfully, I think I want to do more of like criminal law, because there's just so many things that happens in the African American community as far as, police brutality and war on drugs and crime. And I'm from Baltimore, so it's, killings and shootings and stuff like that. And there's just like not a lot of support. And me being a lawyer really just, girl, can you speak? It's really important to me. And I think, just taking the stance that, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and all the other people who paved the way for us to be here today, it's important for me, just Black Lives Matter, those movements, and what it really stands for my community. It's a lot of other nationalities and minorities that support our movement as well, but I think when it's from within, I think it means a lot more. And that is something I really want to strive for with the law firm that I want to create, and the things, being an activist, that I want to do. I really want to work with the NAACP when I, finish law school, because I really think, first of all, there's a lack of me everywhere as far as lawyers are concerned. We are literally not even maybe 1%. It's a lot that I've learned through this process of getting toward law school, that this takes. It's a lot that goes into it, and there are so many stigmas on us that I think that's another reason why I really want to do it. I'm up for a lot of challenges. And I think that this is a challenge for me that has challenged me mentally even before I've reached law school. And I really believe that when I get to law school and I realize how hard it is really going to be, you know, I have friends that are lawyers now, and they say, you know, girl, law school, you're going to have to do this, and it's challenging, it's this, and da-da-da-da, but, you know, I know you're going to be able to do it. And I think it's just because throughout life, like I said in my last video, you know, when you fail and you overcome things, there's a lot that changes for you mentally. And it creates a drive in you that you can't really explain, but you just know you're going to get it done. And I can't wait to really get into my career and dominate. Like I'm forever saying that because it's just going to be such a thing. You know, I'm so optimistic that the things that I want to do with my life as far as my law career is concerned is truly something that I'm excited for. And one of the biggest questions that I always get is what kind of law, as far as do I want to be a criminal defense or do I want to work for the state? I really get this question a lot. And if I'm being honest, I'm tired of working for people. Like, I mean, I know it's the way of the world, but I've been working for a while and I'm only 24, but I'm over it. You know, I really want to get my foot in the door, you know, working under someone for a while, but I really want to learn the business aspect of a law firm and really get my name out there. You know, there's a certain type of grind that has to come with, and I think because I understand that, this won't be but so much of a challenge. But I really want to be a criminal defense lawyer. Like, that's been something that I've spoke into my life for so long. I think my entire family knows. Like, I don't think anybody else has that question other than people that I either have just met. If I'm just having a general conversation, I think people just that don't know ask, and it's like, oh, really, why? I mean, you know, I've gotten a question of, what if you're defending somebody? You know, as being a lawyer, you have a choice in everything that you do, as if being a person in the world. But I think for me, my genuine heart and just the type of individual that I am, that's just things that I will do and I won't do, you know, and being a woman of my word, being a woman of character, being a strong Black woman in the world, there will be times where my faith is tested, my character is tested, my mental is tested for sure. And I think it just goes with the test of time of understanding that that's just life. But I'm very open and aware of those things. So I really do believe that this will be good for me. I'm really excited about it. I'm extremely happy to know that this is something that I want to do. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below if you have any questions for me, any other videos you want me to do. Please subscribe and share. Share this video. I want people to get to know me. I'm definitely going to start vlogging pretty soon, but I wanted you guys to get a few videos about who I am, the things that I like, and where my mind is with life in a sense. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.